Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Arian here, coming to you live from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. It's February 14th. Oops, di tumingin sa calendar. It's February 14th, 2025. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Hearts Day, everybody. And I'm here right now to quickly just give you value. I just wanted to greet you, actually, guys, because as since February 2025, I would like actually to commit myself to spend more time with my kids, my family, my husband as well. On Friday nights and Saturdays. So I'm skipping go lives during those times every week. So Friday and Saturday. So I'm going to be I've decided that I would go live only on up from Sunday up to Thursday, just because I wanted to devote myself. Because again, of course, that's the end of the week. The kids will be here, and then Saturday is my only rest day because I work on Sundays again. So yeah, but tonight, I am going live because I wanted to greet everybody. Happy Hearts Day, Happy Valentine's Day. Natatakpan yung Valentine's, but Happy Hearts Day. So, if this is the first time that you are seeing me, I'm Arian, and I'm a Filipina immigrant living here in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, with my husband and two kids. I used to be an SAP programmer back in the Philippines. I grew up in Bulacan, have lived in the south of Metro Manila for quite some time before we moved here in 2022. I started here as a student and juggled multiple jobs. I started as a cleaner, eventually got hired in a concierge position, move-in coordinator on weekends, and eventually landed as an IT analyst after my program. And also, I have found this digital business as well because I wanted to earn more, to make more money, in a more flexible way online, so that I can spend more time with my kids, so that I can ditch my my weekend jobs back then. So that was the goal. And then we moved to Windsor last year. It's so peaceful here. We've been loving it here since. And yeah, and in this online business, I'm helping ambitious parents and professionals like me build a smarter income stream and enjoy more precious time with family and kids, because this is one of my, let's say, biggest regrets back when I was working in the corporate world. I have tried my best to give, time to my kids back then, but of course, during that time, I was still starting my career. And when you are like pursuing or trying to climb up the corporate ladder, it's so hard to balance that, the career and the family life. And so that is why I picked this mission for my online business, because I wanted to show, ambitious parents, big dreamers as well, if they want to, have a better life, better quality of life for their families. This is actually one of the ways that they can achieve that. So if you're interested to check out our online business, you can just register in my website below, enter your full name and email address, and then I'll send you the next steps. Okay. So our top, since it's Valentine's Day again, happy Valentine's, everybody. Um, this morning I had a couple of like posts in Facebook in my stories, because it's been a busy day. We woke up early. We went to, it was our laboratory schedule, so I had an X-ray. We did CBC and urinalysis. And it's because I mentioned before, we just got our family doctor, right? So here in Canada, once you get a family doctor, they would ask you to do these tests so they can assess, if you are healthy or not. And that actually relates to our topic for tonight, which is self love. Let's talk about self love. And you know what? I was actually contemplating if I'm going to discuss, something about romantic relationships because I'm a married person, or, I would just discuss self love. And I picked self love because this actually will also be, or will also boil down or relate to having a romantic relationship. And you will know later what I'm talking about. So, and I'm not gonna take too much of your time because you might be having like dates with your spouses, with your husbands, with your wives, right? So this is gonna be really very quick. And I just wanted to touch quickly on this one because, of course, when you choose self love, even before you choose a partner, it feels, when you choose self love and you practice self love, it's like you are preparing yourself to meet or find, or I don't want to call it finding, to meet the right person, right? Because um of course, like, weren't you asking yourself, what if the key to having a fulfilling love, or a fulfilling love life, let's say, is actually becoming the right person first, right? But in my case, if you've been following me, I posted the story of how my husband and I met, and it's not it's not a very typical, love story, because we didn't really start as longtime friends, or we didn't really start as friends. We're only colleagues. And it was, what happened was really very fast. But going back to what I was saying, I was contemplating on this, of course. Did I really become the right person first, for my husband? Or maybe he himself, did he, or was he the right person? Did he really become the right person for me during that time when we met each other? So of course it varies depending on, person to person, right? But I truly believe that when you practice self-love, when you feel, I always say this, when you fill your own cup first, you know and you're overflowing with love, then you can share that love to someone else, without really being desperate, asking for something in return. The unconditional love that we are saying. So that's what I truly believe in. And that's why it's important as well to, prepare yourself to be the right one, to become the right person first for your partner, or for someone, right? And that actually can happen if you know how to practice self-love, so that you can have a more meaningful relationship, and not just for the sake of having a relationship, right? It's more of, it's more of, because you need, or because you want to be loved and you want to give more love to others. So that's what I believe in. And um and I really believe as well that the love that you deserve really starts with you, right? Because if you are not, because if you are not like ready, or if you are not the right person for someone, and you're like just playing around, or maybe um you are trying to force it, because it happens sometimes, it will not go the way that you really want it, or you are expecting it to be. if you're going to really force it. So, you know, how can we really be that person or become the right person for someone if we don't even love ourselves, if we don't even give love to ourselves? And yeah, as I mentioned earlier, because I'm not really big on gifts, I'm not really big on flowers. You know what I mean? Every Valentine's Day, I just remembered back when I was in college. Of course, there were some who gave me like flowers or bouquets, but I was always scared of bringing them home because my parents doesn't like it when someone's giving me those. Like they would think, a lot of things. They would overthink. I would say a lot of things already. But I guess that's also one of the reasons why I'm not so much into those kind of things. I would prefer a consistent one. um those like smaller gestures, even tiny gestures, even like it's very random, impromptu um gestures that you do for me. Maybe I'm not really very sure about this yet, but maybe my love language is service. And maybe I am actually, maybe I'm the same to my husband or my family, because I always wanted to be the one, like, cleaning or doing the household chores or cooking for them, and I want that appreciation when they would say, wow, this food is really good, or the one that I cooked is really good. You know what I mean? So I mean, that kind of appreciation and the service that I give or the service that I receive, I guess that's my love language. And if you are not if you're not aware yourself, if you are not practicing self-love, you will never know. It's so hard to determine what your love language really is, because it's like you are only going after the person for the sake of, rather than just naturally, letting it all out and give and receive love. So that's my opinion on that. But of course, again, it varies from person to person. I don't want to it's not absolute that I mean, that idea is not absolute, definitely. So yeah, but you know what, when I became a mom, right, I used to think that I am always giving out, everything. Like, I'm always giving out everything to my work because I need the work to feed my family. Always giving my energy, doing household chores because I want my family to appreciate me. But I realized eventually that I get too tired, too exhausted, I get grumpy, I get angry easily. And I'm sometimes I'm being too hard on myself too. So I just want to remind, moms like me, or maybe those, moms, single moms, maybe you're taking care of someone. Um, don't be too hard on yourself. Try to practice self love. How do I practice self love? Okay. I'm fully aware of what my body feels. And so if I feel like I'm being too tired, I'm being very anxious, I'm easily I mean, I easily get angry by petty things, you know what I mean? I easily notice those kind of situations. And so what I do is I stop and think, how do I feel? What can I do to get out of that situation as soon as possible? So what I do is that when I stop, so for example, already angry, like I'm already angry, and I stop and I recognize that maybe I'm just too tired, or maybe I just lack sleep. You know what I mean? What I do is, if let's say if that's sleep I'm lacking, I would you know, take more sleep more, or say I'm just too tired. I would soak myself in the tub. I'd put, like, the scents and all of that, just for me to become calm. And apart from that, it's just not a one say one thing that I do. After soaking in the tub, I would do anything that would make me feel um, I'm happy or beautiful, maybe. I would probably, or most of the time actually, so after soaking in the bath, I would do some massage. I do self massage. I massage myself. I don't ask for my husband because I wanted a quiet me time. And I get to think a lot, when it's quiet, when there's no distraction. So that's how I do self love, because I am aware of what I'm feeling. And I hope you are too, because if you don't do that, like, you just get too exhausted. And it's kind of, when you are in that, um, what you call this, when you're being sucked into that moment, it's kind of hard to get out of that situation, especially when you are, like, when you are easily triggered by things, by small things, and you engage in an argument. And we all know that when it's words, some words cut deep, right? So especially when you're kind of a nagger, let's be real, let's be true to that. So it sometimes happens, and I'm also like that, I admit, sometimes. But that is what I do. Like, I practice self-love that way, so that I won't have to be engaging in an argument with my husband. um, and you know what, I kind of just let it go. A lot of times, when I do that, I kind of just let it go. And then, after several hours, we still talk like it's normal. It's not that I don't talk to him about it, because there are times that I can't really let it pass. There are things that I can't just let it pass. So I still try to do compromise, like the balance, right? And again, whatever happens, in that kind of situation, it reflects back on you. So it's still nice. It's still better to go back to self love, because at least then you can control yourself, right? So that's just a reminder, guys. And again, it's not because I'm talking about self love. It's not related to the romantic relationships that we have, because I truly believe that if you practice self love, you can easily, like, control your emotions, control your actions as well, so that you will receive the right reaction as well from others. That's why I say that it reflects back on you. So this is, before I end this, this is actually one of the most powerful quotes that I've noted from, again, the book that I'm reading right now. It's kind of very long, the 101 Essays by Brianna Wiest. And this one struck me when I was listening to this. So it said there that your life is only ever as good as your mindset. So if you want a healthy mindset, right? If you want a healthy mindset, you need to practice self love first. In a relationship, if you want to attract the right relationship, the right person for you, be that person that you have to be first. It's like, the be do have method, right? Be do have method. So you have to become that person first. You have to do the actions that will make you ready to become that person, and then that's when you're gonna get it. The the person or the partner or the spouse that you really deserve to have. So that's it from me, guys, and I guess that's perfect for Valentine's Day for me. So it's not just about having really, I don't know, good relationships. Because sometimes it gets superficial, but again, everything would reflect back to you. So better, practice self love and um, become a better person first for whoever comes in your life. And that's it. I hope that you got some value from that. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. And I'll see you again in my next live on Sunday night. Bye for now.